Hey guys, it's Miss Coconut. I'm doing a series on money spells for the holidays. Join me. These are the instructions for this spell. I wanted to give it in written form because I know people will have questions and they're going to leave comments. So I figured I would do the video, show the video, explaining what to do, but also write it here in case you're one of those people that like to stop videos and make notes, etc., etc. Now you will have it. This is a very old spell. There are so many variations of this spell, guys. I can't even tell you where the spell came from in origin. It definitely has some hoodoo roots. But the idea is that sometimes people curse objects to relieve a person of a sickness or disease or a curse. And so they'll take that curse and lift it and place it into an object. And that's why many people won't pick up money that they see on the ground because they feel it's cursed. But I do believe that we can transmute so many things. And usually in modern times, most coins lying on the ground are not cursed at all. So there are many herbs that you can use for your money powder. And as you'll see in the video, I don't show the money powder, but as you'll hear me saying, you can use whatever herb you like. But the reason why we're using the money powder versus the oil, because we're using the box. And it would just be a slimy mess at some point with the coin sitting in oil in a paper box, okay? So it's just kind of, common sense there. But tell me, what's your favorite money herb ingredient? Comment below because other people are watching and they probably need that information as well. And you're not limited, okay? Use what you have, of course, but if you have the funds to go get a special herb, like the 5-finger grass or the lucky hand root, by all means order it, because I think those type of elements add a little bit of depth to the money work, okay? So if you're used to working with like cinnamon, for example, or mint, step it up a little bit, come outside of your comfort zone and order a herb that you don't normally work with, and it will enhance your magical workings. And it gives you an opportunity to learn something new about a herb that you're not that familiar with, okay? I know I stick cinnamon in every money work and I stick mint in every money work, and I have my own reasons for doing that. You may have a particular herb that you always use or ingredient. Okay, so I don't know. We just want to hear from you. So comment below if you can. Let us know what ingredient you absolutely must have in a money powder, and how else do you use a money powder. And you have to use it sparingly because at some point, some of this money is going to be given away or used. And, you don't want to take money up to a bank or a store and it's covered with some type of substance that would make people look at you strange or not want to accept the money. Okay, so the powder is a light dusting, people. It's lightly dusted. It's not an avalanche. It's not a blizzard. So if you're wondering what you can use to grind up the herb so fine, you can consider an electrical grinder like I'm showing here. It makes life so much easier. Just be careful not to overdo it. Like, don't grind it way too much, too fine, so that it becomes burnt or anything. You have to play with it just to figure out, what's the stopping point. But these really do make life so much easier. I think it's very witchy and cute to use the mortar and pestle. Of course, that's, historic. But we're in a different century. We can make things easier on ourselves. And you can whip up a batch with these electrical grinders very quickly, store it up, and you don't feel like you're taking all day and using so much arm muscle trying to get some of these herbs pulverized into a powder form. It is not the easiest task, right? You have to keep pounding over and over and over and over. So, when you first start your magical journey, your Richie journey, you probably think it's really fun, and it is. But over time, it's like, oh my God. But we do love our witchy tools. So, of course, every witch has a mortar and pestle. You should by now. If you don't budget for one, they're very inexpensive. They come in all types of materials, from wood to glass to metal to ceramic, so there's a design for everyone. And I know some people collect them and they have so many of them in their homes, and that's fun too, of course, having a collection. And with this tool, you're going to set your intent, of course, with all of them, but these feel so witchy. It's like the intent is just kind of hovering over the tool, you know what I mean? So I think that aids in the money work or whatever work you're doing when you're using the mortar and pestle, because it is so magical within itself. It kind of helps set the tone for the work that you're doing. So I recommend these. It's old school, but it works for us. I still use mine, of course. And then there's something that people use apparently for herbs, and it's like a little hand grinder. And you put it in this top, and you close the top, and you turn it and crank it a few times. I've never used this, but I'm kind of interested in buying one. Has anyone? I bet y'all have used it. I bet some of my viewers have used these. Anyway, I'm definitely thinking about ordering one just to see how it works, because it would take the electrical element out of it. But, obviously it may work much better than a mortar and pestle about, doing all that pounding. If I could just crank something a few times and turn it, and it's going to pulverize for me, I would love that. So, yeah, if anyone knows and they have any information on this herbal grinder that I'm showing, if you have a review, leave it below. Let us know how those work. So this is on my wish list. I'm going to put this on my wish list, y'all, because it is very intriguing to me how I could incorporate this in my money work. And normally I'm doing money work. If I'm not doing money work, I'm doing protection work. That's the two extremes I have going on in my life right now. I'm either cleaning and protecting, or I'm, drawing money and abundance and prosperity into my life. Always, always, always. Okay, y'all, let's get into this video. Okay, guys, for this spell, you're going to need a red box. I purchased this at the Dollar Tree. And you are simply going to transmute the energy of found coins for this money spell, okay? So what you're going to do is, if you see money on the ground, and for example, if it's heads up, then you're going to pick it up and say, hey, hunting money, you found me, okay? We're going to hunt money. But what if it's tails down? See, a lot of people are superstitious. If they see money on the ground, they won't pick it up. But you have to really learn how to change the energy around you, okay? Manipulate things to go in your favor. So if you find it with this tail down, you flip it towards you and say, hunting money, you found me. 3 times, hunting money, you found me. Hunting money, you found me, until it is now heads up. And you raise it up to the sky and kiss it. And you're going to start to accumulate the money in this red box. Red is my power color for money, along with yellow. Okay, and you're going to put this money in here. Every time you find coins, and eventually it's going to get full. Because this is a box, I'm not going to tell you to do oil, but instead do money powder, which I'm going to show you a recipe for in a few days, okay? And you're going to dust this and say your prayers over it. And when this is full, you're going to separate it into 3 piles. 1 pile stays in your money box. The other pile goes to charity. And the 3rd pile, you're going to use it to buy something that's going to enhance your life regarding your business or your professional life. Thank you so much for joining me for my very simple money tips that work. And we are doing a month of money spells, y'all. It's going to get fun and abundant up around here. And as always, Shrim Brezi.